Hey gang, welcome back. I know I've been missing this week. I've had a very busy week on top of losing takeoff. It's just been a lot, which is crazy to even say because I'm usually one who's like I don't really mourn celebrities because I don't know these people. But the last year with Young Dolph and then this year with Takeoff, it's just a lot for me. And I personally like feel like I grew up on Migos, so like this week has just been one of those ones. I'm trying to adjust the mic, so if you hear shit moving, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my shit together. I actually had a very busy day today. Um, so I'm late doing this. It is 12:34 at midnight. But I definitely wanted to give a quick twin flame update. If you're new here, hi, my name is B. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Check down below in the description box for anything you need. This isn't going to be for runner, chaser, feminine, masculine specific. It's just whatever we got, whatever come out, whatever message come out, take what resonate. If it don't, then don't. If it resonated and you want to book a reading to really kind of get into some things, we can do that too. If you think you're a twin, but you really don't know, but you think, but you really don't know, but you think, but you really don't know, like you don't know for sure, I can't confirm or deny. So don't hesitate to get with me on one of my platforms. My website is currently down because I'm just trying to do some different renovations and stuff. So yeah, you just have to find me on one of my platforms. But I don't want this to be super long. I am tired. I did work and I'm just getting off, making sure I'm finishing up some things. So charge it to my head and not my heart. I've just been really trying to take it easy for myself this week, outside of just working and already feeling tired because of the lunar eclipse and then Takeoff passing. It's just been a lot. We're going to start with some oracles. We're going to jump into tarot, and then of course check down below for the Patreon. We will pull some channel messages, and this will just be for whom it resonates for. Okay. So give me one card for Twin Flames. Excuse me. Give me one card for Twin Flames. I'm There by Summer Walker. It's the song that started playing. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. So give me an oracle or two. Thank you, El. Thank you, Yahweh. Allow these messages to resonate for those who need them the most. Give me one oracle card. Okay, I like that. Helen of Troy is the oracle card here for beauty. Artemis is the bottom of the deck card for individuality or individuation. I'm sorry, individuation is what it says. I just realized y'all can't see my shirt. It has like both the Chuckies on it, like the horror movie Chucky and like Rugrat Chucky. I wish you could see it, but whatever. We're here now. I'm not about to adjust my camera. I'm just ready to get this over with so I can like have the rest of my night to myself. Okay, y'all know I love to read these out of the book. So it says, Helen of Troy, recognize your own unique beauty. Stop comparing yourself to others. Real beauty is apparent in all cultures and in all ages. Beauty should not be used as a weapon. Okay. I'm going to read the bottom of the deck card too, because I actually have not pulled that card as of lately. I don't think I've ever pulled this card, the Artemis individuation card. So we'll read that one next. Where am I starting? Because y'all know I don't read this full thing anyway. The story of Helen teaches us that while beauty is something to be treasured, we can imprison ourselves with it. If we make a contest of our looks, comparing ourselves to others in either feeling superior or inferior, we risk missing out on our own joyful and unique life experience. If you find yourself not wanting to go places or do certain things because you are worried what you'll look like, Helen may be able to assist you. Okay. And I feel like the individuation card could be really working on that. Because individuation, I would assume, right, is tied in with individuality, right? Indicating that everybody is beautiful in their own way, right? I'm trying to scoot closer so it won't look like I'm just ahead talking to you guys. Let me see. That works. So, bottom of the deck, we have Artemis. It says, it is wonderful to be alone and to be able to do as one pleases. Independence is a gift. It is time to create your own life, run your own race. The time has come for focus. Okay. So I see that in both ways, right? So for some of you in this twin flame journey, that could be a thing. I know mirroring kind of came out to me as I was reading the beauty card and the independence card, right? So this could be a thing with twin flames that is a part of the mirror, right? Regardless of if you're the feminine, the masculine, the runner, the chaser, even if you watching this and you like, I think I'm a twin, but I don't really know if I'm a twin, but like I think, because I kind of be resonating. Regardless of, this is definitely to say, make sure that you're working on your beauty, right? A main thing that I love to try to get with y'all about with regardless of divine feminines or masculines, but I talk more to the feminines. Of course, we are the more awakened ones. What I really try to remind us is that the mirror is very important. Sometimes we simply forget the mirror. I'm going to pause that so I can actually hear what I'm saying. Sometimes we forget the mirror, right? Sometimes we forget that this twin flame journey is so much more than just a regular journey, right? This isn't your typical boyfriend girlfriend connection. You know what I mean? Like, we have growth, we have lessons, we have ascension periods, and that mirror is what reflects all of that back to us. You know what I mean? So in moments where you might feel insecure about how you look, right? Maybe you feel inferior, to the next woman or the next man, right? This is a time to remind yourself that, for one, everybody is different. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. Everybody is unique in their own way. Everybody has their own thing that makes them them, right? But the moment that you kind of forget that, regardless on what side of this relationship you stand on, the other one also forgets, right? So to put it simply, when you feel insecure, your twin feels insecure. Probably not in the same way, right? Sometimes they resonate differently and manifest differently. Whoever watching could be insecure physically, right? But someone else could probably feel inferior as far as, I don't know, talent. You know what I mean? You could look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm not really the prettiest person in the world, you know? And that could translate to your person, where it's like, I know I look good physically, but I don't feel beautiful as far as my spirit. I don't feel beautiful as far as my contributions to the world. I don't feel beautiful as far as the art that I put out, right? I feel physically beautiful, but I don't think the emotional part of me is as pleasing or as aesthetically fitting, or whatever that might look like, right? For some of you, this is also to just say, stand in what makes you uniquely you as you work on your individualism, right? It's one thing to be alone and to do as you please, and you don't have to answer to nobody, right? Just like the book said, independence is a gift. It's time to create your own life, run your own race, and the time has come to focus. Some of you could already be there, but it's like, don't forget your uniqueness. You know what I mean? This is not the time to be trying to stand in with everybody. Recognize your own unique beauty. Stop comparing yourself to other people. So maybe you are on this path of individuation, and it's like, no, I'm taking back power of my life, and I'm taking back control of things, and I'm pushing into what I want, right? I'm pushing into what I want to do. I'm marching to the beat of my own drum. I'm doing what gives me peace. But then you could be also comparing yourself to everybody else. Like, what about them? You know what I mean? A big thing that I also noticed in our twin flame connection, with myself and anyone else who's a fucking human being, right? A lot of things the main thing I noticed that we do get wrapped up with sometimes is, what about them and not me? You know what I mean? We might see somebody get into union, and yeah, a piece of us might be like, congratulations, you know what I mean? Snaps and hugs and kisses and congratulations are in order, right? But then you start to kind of compare yourself like, well, damn, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not lavish enough. Maybe I'm not pretty enough. Maybe my heart isn't pure enough. Maybe they find someone else attractive. Maybe it's not me, right? And it's like, again, this is also to say that everybody's relationship, connection, union is different. Okay? Don't try to compare where they are to where you are and vice versa. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. You know, do what brings you peace. You know, even if you book with me, you know, if you ever book with me, I never try to give y'all the 1, 2, 3 step advice that I take, right? Because my journey ain't your journey, right? I'm gonna give you the basis of it, but at the end of the day, it's up for you, divine feminine. It's up to you, divine masculine, to really go within and say, okay, this is my unique journey, individual to me and my connection. How do I want to play this? What brings me peace, right? Which one of these said that? Yeah, it is wonderful to be alone and to be able to do as one pleases. You know what I mean? But again, this is about what is unique to you, right? Are you doing what everybody else do because you're looking at everybody else and you want to keep up with the Jones? Are you looking at what your friend did in their relationship journey and you think, oh, okay, because I'm gonna do what they did? Like, even if you watch me and you like, because B, I just love watching you because you just give so much insight. Bitch, don't do what I do. No tea, no shade. Not to be funny, not because I feel like I'm superior to anybody, but because my journey is different. How I handle my journey and how I consult with my spiritual team about how I handle my journey is my business. Okay? Cause what worked for me might not work for you. What I eat don't make you shit, and vice versa. Okay? So that could definitely be for somebody. Also, don't use beauty as a weapon. For some of you who might be going on this individual journey and you're like, I'm a twin, but fuck that shit, I'm out. You know, that's not an issue. But this is not a time to be also trying to use your beauty as a weapon. That shit will backfire on you because that's not how that works. Not as a twin. Now, if you in a regular ass, typical regular ass relationship, yeah, maybe that might work. Changing your hair and getting real dolled up and getting real sexy, yeah, that might work, right? But that doesn't work in the twin flame relationship. It doesn't. Sorry. Trying to get your lick back in racks does not work in this relationship. Trying to boss up and be a pretty ass, beautiful bitch to be real fucking handsome, and it's like, I know I'm gonna get my bitch back, I know I'm gonna get my nigga back, and wrong. Right? So this is about making sure that you're doing what is individual to you at this time. Making sure that you're finding the beauty in your individual journey. Even if that's currently in separation, or maybe you and your person are in union. And it's like, okay, but we're in union, but my union don't look like how they union look. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. Everybody's union is different. And union is different for many people. Union don't mean that y'all gonna physically be together and married and moved in. Union can just be y'all finally reach a point where both of y'all are on the same page and y'all both either agree to walk away, either agree to be friends, or agree to try to figure out where things can go. Depends. Yeah, too lit, too late interlude by Nicki Minaj. So let's go ahead and get some tarot because again, I really don't want to be here super late, and I'm ready to go ahead and smoke me a blizzy and shower and binge watch some TV. And I really need to lay off that coffee because baby, I only put one shot in there though because I knew I wanted to come do this. But when I get done, I'm trying to go ahead and fall on in the bed, so I really can't even just be sipping on it too much. So give me some tarot. Let me cut this one more time. Give me an affirmation. I've been pulling affirmations out of this since we've been teaching tarot, and I want to pull an affirmation because I really didn't know this book had affirmations in it, but now that I know, I can utilize it. So give me something. Give me an affirmation for divine connection, twin flames. I am worthy of this success and grateful that I am seen. I am worthy of this success and I am grateful that I am seen. I am worthy of this success and I am grateful that I am seen. So Six of Wands energy, that's the page that I flipped it on. I really just be reading the affirmation, right? So again, that is a good affirmation to recite over yourself this week, this month, while it's still early in November. That's a good thing to really recite over yourself. I am worthy of this success, right? I'm worthy of this success. Even if you got to go at it alone right now, if you in separation, I'm worthy of this success. Even if you don't think that you physically enough, even if you look at yourself in the mirror and you like, ugh, no tea, no shade. Y'all know I love to be transparent. I have those problems too sometimes. I literally had to get a tooth pulled, so I still be struggling with that when I look in the mirror. Like I still struggle with just smiling, and I used to be one of the most smiley people. Well, probably not the most, but I can be very big, all 32. And now that I've actually had a tooth pulled, I really don't like smiling no more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel beautiful, right? And even for my own self, I have to constantly remind myself, like, bitch, you're still a bad bitch. Like, you still look beautiful. Like, your teeth are still your teeth. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take away from you. It doesn't take away from your authentic beauty. Like, it doesn't take away from your inner beauty. It doesn't take away from your exterior beauty. To me, it does, because I've always just, my teeth are my process. Like, anybody that know me and has known me know that my teeth are my entire life. Like, I feel like I'm not even a bad bitch without my teeth, because my teeth are just fucking, or were just fucking perfect. But even then, right, everybody's journey is different. I don't have a missing tooth just because I just been eating fucking candy and not brushing my teeth and just acting like a fucking child. But I actually also just got dental work done, paid it all out of my pocket, worked very hard, hustled very hard, saved even harder. So even though I might not be happy when I look in the mirror and I look at my smile, I have to remind myself, for one, that everybody's fucking journey is different. You know what I mean? I'm not out here just fucking eating candy. I had actual teeth issues, and I actually had headaches to where I needed to get that tooth pulled, or keep having these excruciating fucking headaches because of dental damage that I did to myself last year, right? On top of the fact of reminding myself that, again, not only is everybody's journey different, not only is my story different, but that doesn't take away from who I am, right? That doesn't make me any less of B. That doesn't make me any less of the intelligent, big-hearted, generous person. You know what I mean? The beautiful, bubbly, who laughs, belly laughs super fucking loud with perfect fucking straight white teeth. Like, that doesn't take away from me unless I, right, start comparing myself. Where it's like, oh, must be nice to be her. She has just, all of her teeth. Like, bitch, okay, you might be missing one. Your teeth are still fine. You know what I mean? So, y'all know I don't ever want y'all to feel like it's just y'all. I'm just as human as y'all. I'm just the one giving the message, okay? But I need the message just as much as y'all be needing it. So maybe there's somebody here watching, they got a missing tooth. Maybe there's somebody here, you don't got a missing tooth, but maybe you got a scar on your face, or whatever that might look like. Blackheads, acne, freckles, bitch, a big nose, a small nose, a lazy eye, bitch, caca, bitch. It doesn't make you any less of who you are, right? And I feel like that's super important to know for whomever is watching, because again, that trickles into the mirror. So the more you start to feel kind of insecure and down about yourself, your person starts to feel that too, because it's a mirror. They mirror back all of our points, our good points, our healed and our undescended ones. Give me something for the Twin Flame Collective. A lot of these messages resonate with those who need them the most. That was a lot of cards. I'll take that. Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. We have the World. We also have the Ace of Wands. Give me two more. The Sun. And then the King of Cups. So we have the Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, the World. And I'm going to clarify. Ace of Wands, the Sun, and then we have the King of Cups. Okay. So far it is giving me that someone could have a lot of anxiety right now with this Two of Swords and the 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's giving me 9 of Swords. Some fears and anxieties actually might be being illuminated right now. Which is kind of putting me in the mind of the lunar eclipse. I think that was on the 8th. And that would be what, Monday? Yeah, Monday, because it's already Friday. Or should I say, wait, hold on. Saturday is the 5th. So Sunday is the 7th. Yeah, okay, yeah. Am I doing that right? Saturday is the 5th. Sunday is the 6th, 7th, and Tuesday. Tuesday. That was like, I feel like my calculations are wrong. Tuesday. So Tuesday should be a lunar eclipse. I believe it's in Taurus. I feel like this lunar eclipse actually might be illuminating something. The 7 of Swords is here. So that's either a backstabby energy or something that's kind of being covered up, kind of being hidden. But the moon is giving me, like, obviously you can see the illumination, right, coming from the moon. So it is giving me this moon, this lunar eclipse actually might be illuminating some things. And it could be pertaining to some fears and some anxieties. Of course, it would depend on where it is in your chart. But I feel like for twins, period, this could definitely be shaking up a lot of anxiety and fears that you have. Yeah, I'm seeing like worry, fear. I'm seeing the 9 of Cups. I mean, not 9 of Cups. I'm sorry. I told you it's been a long day. Told y'all. 9 of Swords is what I'm seeing in my head. So again, this is something that like keeps you up at night, or that you kind of be up thinking about, or you could be restless as we come up into the lunar eclipse, and this could be restlessness pertaining to maybe some anxieties that you have, or you could simply just be restless and they could just come up as downloads. Of course, take it for how it resonates. Some of you will get downloads, some of you will be up at night because of these fears, but as we go, some of you will just be getting like illumination downloads on, okay, this is where you're stuck at. You're kind of stuck still because, you know, of insecurities or because of anxieties, fear, worry, you know what I mean? Fatigue just came to mind too. So yeah, a lot of you definitely will be restless because of just simple fatigue. Um, or you could just be feeling fatigued. Like I know, like I said, I know with the lunar eclipse and then Takeoff passing away, and then I've been working a lot, especially today. I had a long shift, tomorrow I have a long shift, so I know I'll be very fatigued. Ace of Swords is down at the bottom of the deck, so I do feel like there is some clarity coming from this. So some of you actually might have some clarity, like an actual conversation as well. And again, this makes me feel like don't be afraid to stand in what makes you you, right? Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Don't try to fit yourself in a box or compare yourself to other people as to who you feel like or what you feel like you need to act like. You know what I mean? I talk very openly about how I can be pretty aggressive, right? And of course, to be transparent, I oftentimes, by a lot of readers, generally just tell me like, you should tone it down. You know what I mean? Like you know, you speak with a lot of aggression and da 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 da, and it kind of scares your person, right? And it's like you should find another way to articulate. And for a long time, I kind of questioned that, right? Because I am who I am. I speak how I speak individualistically, right? And I've always found beauty in that. I'm a very unique speaker. I know how to articulate myself. I can be very, very sweet how I speak to you, or I cannot be. You know what I mean? But then I also had like a different reader come to me and be like, hey, if you feel like niggas been being weak, they are weak when they stand next to you. Don't allow that to make you feel like you gotta water yourself down or to compare yourself to, you know what I mean? Because I know some women who talk very soft, very nice, and it make me think like, well, damn, maybe I don't give enough chances. Maybe I don't talk soft enough, right? But I think I just have a lower patience than people. I can talk soft to you. That's not the problem, right? I talk aggressive to my person now. right? But that's because I spent months talking soft and baby talking, and baby is right. So now it's very much, bitch, what do you need? Be a man, right? Grow up, right? You're acting like a child, and I'm gonna really give it to you the way I should have been giving it to you. But see, you didn't appreciate how I was talking, right? And for some of you, that could be a thing too, where it's like, if there is a talk that's coming up or something, don't be afraid to be you, regardless of what's that's like. If you watch me, you don't have to be aggressive like me because you hear me talk aggressive. I'm just an aggressive bitch, right? Just like I'm not about to soften myself up like other women because, oh, I feel like that's probably what I have to do to get this. No, because the man for me is going to enjoy me and all of my individual, you know what I'm saying, all my individualism, all of my uniqueness. Yes, she talk a little aggressive. Yes, she talk a little gangster. But she's still very beautiful. It's still very beautiful. She's still very radiant, right? So make sure you also keep that in mind for your own self. Okay, cycles are definitely closing right now, regardless of if you're closing them or not. Some of you definitely could be closing them, with this individuation card. Again, learning how to be alone, go at it alone. Not being afraid to go at things alone anymore, not being afraid to do what it is that you feel like you have to do. Is this her hand? They made this bitch arm long as hell. I don't know why that's just like standing out to me. The fact that her arm is like behind her. I thought that was something on her head or something. No, that's behind her. It's definitely behind her. But some of you definitely could be closing up some cycles, right? Learning how to kind of be alone and do what makes you really feel good. Let me actually read out of this book really quick. So yeah, like I said, it's wonderful to be alone and to be able to do things as you please. Independence as a gift. It's time to create your own life, run your own race, and the time has come for you to focus. For a lot of you, you are definitely doing that. This is my card of focus, amongst other things. But in this spread, it's definitely giving me focus. You see how her eyes are closed? It's like she's concentrating on building that fire, right? That fire is in the area of the mind's eye. So I feel like for a lot of you in twins, you guys definitely have a vision, that I do feel like you are building on. It says her duality is so interesting. She helps bring forth life and death. She is a protectress and a huntress, and she believes in mercy, but at the same time acts without it. Artemis demises us. Artemis demonstrates to us that we can choose to do anything we wish. I know that's fucking right, even if these things seem contradictory. When Artemis comes into our lives, we need to be our independent selves. I'm sorry. When Artemis comes into our lives, we know we need to be our independent individual selves, no matter what others may think. And it doesn't that tie into this? Don't compare yourself to others. So this is not the time. Divine feminine, divine masculine, runner, chaser, how whatever you identify, however you identify. This is doubling down, double emphasis on both cards. This is not the time to be comparing yourself to nobody, and this is not the time to be trying to worry about what other people think. Right? Duality. She's a huntress and a protector. You know, she'll protect you, kill for you, and kill you if needed. Right? And that's why I definitely felt guided to give that piece of myself, right? How I just was like, I go to readers sometimes and they tell me like, girl, cause you be giving raw sometimes, and it's like you be intimidating your person from talking to you. You need to learn how to tone it down, like write that nigga a poem or something, and try not to be so aggressive, right? It took someone who was confident in who they are, right, and to not worry about what nobody else thinks, to be like, if you feel like your person or the men that you deal with are weak, they are. It's not you. You know what I mean? You're not being too aggressive. You're not being too assertive. You're not being too anything. You're being you. There's still beauty in it. You know? Give a fuck about how much of a powerhouse you are. You can still be a feminine and still be a powerhouse. Who says you can't? Right? And it took for that person, someone who's secure in their own femininity, to tell me, and it's just like, you know what? That's true. You know what I mean? That was I talk aggressive with him now, right? But that's because I was trying to be soft, right? I was trying to be the protectress, right? Being a protectress wasn't working. So now I have to be the huntress, right? because being a protectress didn't work. When I was being a protectress, you was taking advantage of me. You wasn't really, right? But now when I add that roar to it, now, everybody, they don't know what to do. Motherfuckers don't know how to take. They don't know what to do, right? That's why I said, so for some of you, you definitely closing up some cycles and you're focusing on what it is that you need to be focusing on, what you want to focus on. But this is a time to, again, remember your beauty. Regardless of who you are, you don't got to be a feminine or a woman to remember your beauty. Men are beautiful too, even though they be acting like, don't call me that. Men are pretty and beautiful and adorable and worthy of love as well. So even if you have a dick between your legs watching this, embrace your beauty. Embrace what makes you you, right? It's one thing to be alone and do as you please. Yeah, being independent is a gift. Individuality is a gift, right? Standing in what makes you uniquely you is a fucking gift that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people move in this world acting like they can't be uniquely themselves, right? For a long time, I don't know if it's a mole or a freckle on top of my lip. For a long time in my childhood, hated it. I used to be in elementary, like scrubbing the, right? But I've learned to accept it. It's who I am. I have fucking freckles all over me. It's weird, right? I have a missing tooth in my mouth. You know, it makes me who I am. I am who I am. What I'm a hate myself the rest of my life, right? And of course, it's one thing to be insecure, but that's why we work through these things. That's why we push through them and remind ourselves, look, I'm still a bad bitch. I'm still that nigga. I'm still handsome. I'm still beautiful. That don't mean nothing, right? So it's very important. Like I said, for some of you, it's very important for you to stand in who you are, regardless of the communication. So maybe there's some clarity that's coming through the eclipse, and maybe you're about to have a conversation. But regardless of, even if, especially if this is a conversation, remain unique to what's real for you, right? Stand into that individuality. Don't water yourself down and shift yourself, right, for your twin, regardless of what side of this twin flame spectrum you fall on. So be who you are, and your twin will follow suit. Don't worry about having to change yourself and then water yourself down, and because what if they think this? What if my person thinks this? What if they say this? What if they say that? You doing yourself a disservice. I am seeing a new beginning here with the King of Cups, so I do see that here. Leo energy, water sign energy is here. So someone could also want a new beginning, and they could also want to wrap up a cycle. This could be someone wanting to talk, and bring back that passion and feed that fire, get that fire back started. But this made me feel like whoever that is could have an issue with taking the mask off, because this is also about the mask. So that's why I said there's some illumination. Either somebody's taking the mask off to actually have a conversation and you'll get clarity sometime soon, or the clarity you'll get will be like downloads. To be honest, my party next door is playing, so yeah, I do feel like there might be an honest conversation and or some downloads that you guys are getting. If not like a verbal conversation, I do see some downloads where it's like a new opportunity, a new beginning. But someone could be like having anxiety about making the decision to take the mask off. I see that too. Whether this is you, person watching, or somebody you cross watching for with them on your mind and your heart. Yeah, she say I'm a dog, but it take one to know one. So yeah, that gives me mirroring energy. No One by Kevin Gates just came on. She say I'm a dog, but it take one to know one. So yeah, I do feel like again, there's a lot of mirroring energy going on. So even if this isn't you accepting yourself, person watching, if you like, child, I know that I'm beautiful, I know that I'm handsome, I know I'm independent, I stand in it, then this could maybe be accepting someone else. Like, I don't know if you compare people, but learn to accept them, especially if you maybe just walked away from somebody, right? This is not the time to be comparing all the new people you meet to your twin. And I know sometimes, especially as divine feminines, especially, we do that where it's just like, fuck the masculine, I'm gonna go, peace out, fuck this shit, I'm out. And then it's like, but then you don't like none of the new people you meet because you keep comparing them to that motherfucker. And it's like, you'll never be happy with these new people because you keep comparing them. Or you could be comparing your twin to someone or something, like how you would want them to be, or comparing them to like past lovers, future lovers, your ideal lover, right? And it's like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Learn how to accept them for who they are. Don't try to judge them for what they not. Don't worry about what other people might think about them because, oh, they don't do this or don't do that or don't have this, right? Don't worry about what was that Artemis card? Because that one was don't worry about what people think about you. What was this one? Well, yeah. Okay. Is that twice? I think that is twice. When Artemis comes into our lives, we need to be our independent individual selves, no matter what others might think. And ain't that what this one said? So okay, yeah, definitely doubling down on that. Cause I can't. I know it was like somewhere in the realm, but I kind of feel like that could be exactly what it said. Hold on, finding the thing. Oh, and I read the wrong part of this passage. I mean, okay, that works too. If we make if we make a contest of our looks comparing ourselves to others and either feeling superior or inferior, we risk missing out on our own joyful and unique experiences. Don't worry about what other people think you might look like. How did I miss the whole? I read the shadow side part for the Helen of Troy too. I didn't even read like the part I was supposed to read. So we'll do a quick 1-2-1-2 on that. Each of us is desirable, perfectly formed to what we want to be. Should we be too obsessed by the external, something that is ever, after all, ever changing, we may become just as imprisoned as Helen was. Real beauty is hypnotic, yet in reality, beauty has less to do with looking a specific way and more to do with spirit coming through. The word charisma comes from the Greek blah 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 blah, the spirit shining through. Each of us possesses a unique beauty, one that gives us confidence when we recognize it. Yeah, okay. So doubling down, yeah, very much not the time to be trying to figure out. Don't compare yourself to other people. This is not the time to be trying to think about what other people might think about you or worry about what other people might think about your looks physically or anything else. Because beauty, yeah, like I said, it means so much more than that. You might not be physically beautiful or you might be physically beautiful. But if you're a terrible fucking person, you can be the ugliest person in the world. But if you have a beautiful spirit, you know what I mean? It changes the motherfucking game. So I do feel like, again, making sure that we aren't paying attention to what other people might think, even if this is our twin, right? And again, we get in those moments where it's like, well, what if my twin doesn't like that I do this or doesn't like that I'm this or that, right? Especially for myself. I can't speak for none of y'all because I don't know anybody watching personally, but I can speak for myself. And I know that that was a big reason why I used to talk really soft, right? Because what if he doesn't like that I talk aggressive? I curse a lot. I love curse words. What if this now is an issue because you're cursing at me type, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come off super aggressive and push anybody away and sound all aggressive and mean all the time. But that really is who I am. Like, I'm a nice person too, right? Duality. I'm a nice person too. I talk real soft and baby, sugar, plum, muffin, honey. But I also very much give bitch, dumbass, dumb fuck, idiot, what the fuck are you? Like, it's very much giving that. But then I would over soften baby talk because what if, compared about, worried about what I think or, worried about everything else that really didn't matter, where it's just like, be you. Don't be so obsessed with the physical, right? Don't be obsessed with their physical. Don't be obsessed with your physical. Don't be obsessed with them and how they might dress it up. You know what I mean? But to really be authentic to yourself. And that is how you get that mirror reciprocation where it's like, okay, I'm showing up as my authentic self individually, independently, uniquely. You know what I mean? My twin will just have to accept that. And if they don't, there's somebody in this world for me who will accept that. And they'll show up in that same energy. You know what I mean? Give me something for this King of Cups so we can go ahead and wrap up. I've been getting this a lot lately, where it's like somebody's trying to get outside their comfort zone. I did see the Queen of Cups, so it is giving twin flames, matching soulmates. It is giving same vibration. Give me the Seven of Swords, but the King of Cups has this Two of Wands and the Temperance card. Give me another one for the Seven of Swords. So I am seeing a couple of different masculines. Okay. Give me just an extra card, just for GP. Extra card, just for GP. Lover's card. Okay. Seven of Cups. So someone is definitely weighing options. I do see two groups of masculines here. Masculines, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Y'all the ones that came out. Don't know what you want to do. Earth sign masculines are here. I do feel like the not earth sign. Ooh. I was trying to say fire sign, but this could be fire and earth because earth show slid out my mouth. But earth signs were at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck when I got this one. So there might be a fire earth sign. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign. Maybe this is someone who has earth and fire in their chart. Maybe you, person watching, who's cross-watching or watching for this with this person in mind, might have fire and earth in the chart. I do feel like when that applies, give me this Two of Cups. Is this a decision has been made, or is this torn between making a decision? So a decision has been made. A decision has been made. You are someone's wish fulfillment. They do want to work together as a team. They do want to move past these things, but there still could be obstacles. I'm kind of getting that. This could be family. Yeah. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. So they could be stuck. Fire or earth sign masculines could be stuck. I do feel like they are putting in the work, so don't think that they don't. There could be some obstacles or some conflicts, some fights with family, but I do feel like they are again putting in the work so they can get over to smoother waters, so they can come work things out with you. That's why I said I wanted to clarify this Two of Swords. This could be torn between making a decision. It is a need to make a decision or a decision being made. That's why I had to ask. Nine of Cups is here, so I do feel like a decision has been made for earth and fire sign masculines. These could be the people who kept a mask on, you know, where it's like some shit about to be illuminated. A conversation either is about to be had or either just downloads. Yeah, they are touching their head. So some of you will definitely be getting mental downloads. If you get some headaches, get a head cleanse and just wrap your head, because you have downloads coming in with this eclipse. For some of you, they are very in their head still. A decision has been made, but I do feel like they could be very in their head, just with a lack of trust or being negative. Five of Swords is feeling like somebody got one up on them. So I do kind of see that too, where it's like somebody could have maybe kept a mask on. They love you and their love for you is authentic, but this makes me feel like somebody probably again wasn't confident in their own beauty, right? Where it's like physically you look good, but then you know you're not a beautiful person on the inside, right? You're sneaky, you do sneaky shit, backstabbing shit, you lie, you keep secrets, you withhold, you know what I mean? I do feel like someone that shit could be catching up with somebody. I'm just trying to count up. Y'all know, if you watch me, you know I like to count up with my cards, but I don't see any additional things. So I am seeing that here with this King of Wands, where it's like somebody's making a conscious decision to take the mask off, or either they're trying to, but I do feel like they might feel like you might be, yeah, I heard the one that got away. I kind of hear that. So maybe if they're dealing with family stuff, like issues and trying to clear away obstacles with family or conflicts with family or something like that, this makes me feel like somebody who might feel like you kind of get away and they don't really get to, yeah, I just saw 44. So I feel like they're trying to somebody's trying to build a foundation before they come back. for you to like be there, or either they're having issues with trust, right? 444 is also about trust. Five of Swords is here, so someone might have an issue trusting that you won't walk away while they're squaring things away. It's like they was trying to be super cool, right? They was trying to mask his shit up and just move in ego. Mr. Macho is kind of what this is giving me, and it's like, okay, that didn't work. So now I know I have to fix things, right? But now I'm just trying to square away some obstacles, and I'm kind of worried that this person might leave before I can really illuminate and take the mask off. You know what I mean? But for some of you with this head, it's kind of giving, you might get some downloads. Okay, King of Cups is here, and that is on top of, well, that is clarified by the Two of Wands and the Temperance card. Sagittarius energy is here. So I wonder if that ties over here a little bit as well. So if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, they could be in King of Cups energy. This Two of Wands just kind of makes me feel like on the outside looking in. You know what I mean? What's that shit Chris Brown said? How you can't even hate from you? How you gonna hate from outside of the club? You can't even get in. Like, that's kind of what this is giving me. Whereas like somebody's on the outside looking in, they could be at a distance or they could travel. This globe always gives me like distance, especially with this van here. So somebody could maybe like drive like Uber, or they like travel. I heard travel bus, so they could maybe be with like a job or like a job corps. I just heard job corps. I don't really know. It's giving like a bunch of people in a van traveling for work. Construction. I don't really know if that's how that works, but um I know I've crossed paths with a couple of dudes with a couple of different jobs, and I do know some of them like do work in Georgia, and then they'll come here and do something in Birmingham, and then they'll go to like Mississippi. So I don't know if that's the same thing, or either this is someone who's just at a distance overseas, like they could maybe be in the Navy with all of this water. But I do feel like someone is trying to do something. Patience is still required if you're still dealing with a, I don't know, I'm still getting fire signs. So you definitely could be dealing with a water sign, but this sun card here is giving me Leo. And then the Temperance is giving me Sagittarius. So it could be a Sagittarius. It could be a Leo with water in their chart. Sagittarius with water, or Leo with water, or just a water sign with Leo or Sagittarius in it, like a Cancer with a Leo moon or something. And over here, I'm more so getting that fire energy, Gemini energy, earth sign energy. But regardless, I do feel like someone's trying to get outside their comfort zone. I'm also hearing if this is someone who is overseas, it's like they kind of wait until they can get back to you. You know what I mean? This very much gives me, I want to be outside, you know, almost like caged in, like locked in. So if this is the military, it could definitely be that too, where it's like they overseas right now, but they don't, patience is required because they counting the days to where they can get back to you too. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of staring at the window waiting to be released so they can come to you. If this is someone who stays at home with family, like this could be like they can't leave the house. I don't know why I'm getting like a grounded type of energy. I don't know how old y'all are, but past 21, I would hope that motherfuckers not still being grounded, but it's kind of giving me that where it's like, you know, like, you know how your parents put you on punishment, and it's just like you just be outside watching the rest of the gang in your neighborhood be outside because you can't go outside. Like that's kind of what this is giving me. That kind of vibe, that kind of feel. But it's like, be patient. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get released, or you'll be off punishment soon, or I heard leave. So yeah, very much if this is military, then somebody will finally get leave, like for the holidays, like Thanksgiving, or what's next? Christmas. I was like, what's the next holiday? Christmas, or something like that. So this could be someone who's away overseas, like they either travel for work overseas at work, doing something with some water or something. And then the other group I get over here is like family issues, where it's like they argue and shit at home, and they trying to square away some obstacles to really get a foundation secure, so you guys can really build on that. regardless of where you fall in this spectrum. Stand uniquely in what makes you you. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't compare your journey in this twin flame situation to nobody. Don't compare your physical looks. Don't compare outside of physical, because again, you can still be beautiful even if you physically aren't. No tea, no shade to nobody. Um, Regardless of how you identify with being beautiful, even if you overly identify, like if you put too much effort into how you looking and you like, bitch, I just can't even go run to the corner store unless I have a full face of makeup and lashes on. You probably need to reprioritize what makes you beautiful, because if you're obsessing over the physical beauty, chances are you probably, just saying, probably aren't that beautiful on the inside. Okay, physical beauty doesn't mean anything, even though society tells us it matters, right? As long as you're physically beautiful. It's just like money, right? It don't matter how much money you got in your pocket. Because if you're a terrible fucking person, you're still a terrible fucking person. You know what I mean? Like, give a fuck how beautiful you are on the outside. If you ugly on the inside, you still ugly. If you treat people ugly, you still ugly, right? But don't compare yourself is a big thing that I'm getting with both of these, right? Don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't give a fuck about what nobody else think about who you are as an individual, who you are as a person. Don't let nobody make you feel like you too independent, too this, too soft, too aggressive. Stand uniquely in who you are and what you are and what you like and who you are. Okay, I am going to start the channel message portion of this. Again, I am seeing Sagittarius, I see Gemini, I see Leo, water sign masculines, earth sign masculines, fire sign masculines as well. Okay, check down below if you want to join our Patreon for the channeled message. Okay, because that's where it'll be posted. Thank you again so much for visiting my YouTube. Definitely subscribe, join our family if this resonated. Give me some thumbs up if this resonated. Let me know down in the comments how much this resonated. And again, make sure you subscribe and thumbs up. Thumbs up helps the algorithm. Subscribing so you can join our family, join our Patreon, join our family. Our lovely family and community is growing. And yeah, thanks for rocking out with me. This is much over longer than I wanted to, but I'm very pleased with the messages I got out. So you guys have a great night and a beautiful weekend. I'll see you beautiful people later.